Okay, so we're live tonight on Blue Table Talk. Welcome everybody. This is Blue Table Talk. I'm your host, Deborah Jones. You went down, Lisa. Why you went down? Up and down. Up is better. So, as always, we talk about COVID, but we don't have time to talk about COVID night because you already know it's out there and it's not getting any better. But we got so relaxed. We stopped wearing our masks. We stopped doing a lot of things. I mean, sometimes we keep our distance, I know for me, I'm always washing my hands. I washed my hands before COVID even existed. But we have to do what we need to do. So in order for things to settle down, we have to do what the CDC says for us to do: wear our masks, wash our hands, and keep our distance. So that it's nothing hard. It's not even a homework. It's just something that we need to do. So tonight we have on with us tonight our girl Lisa Weber. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Miss Deborah. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm just peachy. Thank you for coming on Blue Table Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So tonight, Lisa's going to talk about an event that she's having and that she's sponsoring. And so we're gonna sit back and listen to what she's talking about. Is a 5K walk. So go ahead, Lisa. Let's tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, this is our second annual CRCD group 5K run and walk. We had one last year and we shared it with Port Arthur and it went over fairly well. We were able to do it in Port Arthur and we were able to bring it back here in to Beaumont to do it on Folsom at the hiking bike trail, and we had a nice little turnout to say that we were in a pandemic. We gave first, second, and third place trophies, and it was really beneficial for the participants that showed up. So we're doing it again this year with post pandemic heading our way. So with that being said, we want to get the get everybody involved, get the community involved, and let them know that this is something that is happening now. It's going on, and it's more prevalent because of COVID-19 and the pandemic.
The title of this walk, you said.
Well, it's the community um, revitalization coalition development group. Okay, and it is the Mental Health Matters 5K run and walk, where you can come out and walk for a cause for anyone well, shall I say, anyone that's suffering with mental illness, especially those who suffer in silence, because it's a lot that goes on with no one having to talk to anyone, or someone feeling that they're be called weird or something, or it's like it's basically something that's hidden until something happens.
Right, and we tend to leave mental illness out, and this is mental illness month, and so we tend to leave that out. But there are a lot of people suffering with mental illness. I mean, we talking about from children on up. So
Yes, ma'am.
we appreciate you even sponsoring this 5K. And where it's going to be located?
Okay, well, this one for this year is going to be at the hike and bike trail that's off the Gulf Terrace. That's off of Phelan, near Westbrook, and it is a nice walk, a brisk walk, with a breeze. That is the way it's set up. So we're asking the community to come out and support us with these efforts, because all proceeds will go to the community, will stay in the community to help to alleviate or help someone to recognize when someone is in a crisis, preferably our law enforcement, because they're the ones that is called the majority of times, if not all the time, when someone is having a crisis within our community. So we want them to know that they're supported also when they're having to go to such cases as someone that's having a mental health crisis. So right now, with that being said, Ms. Deborah, I am so glad that you are allowing me to come to your Blue Table Talk to talk about this, because right now people need to know that children are suffering with a mental illness more prevalent than before.
Right.
There's social media that's putting so much pressure on them until when they're not getting the attention that they're looking for, such as the likes that you get on some of these apps. It is devastating to them, and they're reaching out, but a lot of people don't recognize it because they're too inundated with so much information till it's hard to realize when someone is suffering, especially when they're suffering in silence.
Right. So how can they be a part of this 5K?
Okay, well, they are able to go to the link that's in the Eventbrite. All you need to do is just type in CRCD, and it's going to pop up for this week. It's really peculiar because right now there's one going on in Houston too this Saturday. And I was like, wow, it would have been something really awesome if we could have paired up with Houston, but Houston is very, very big. So, just to have it on this scale is really, really good for us because no one talks about mental illness. I mean, like you said, May is Mental Illness Month. So this is a good time to let people know that you care about them. You also have Mother's Day, which, a lot of mothers, they suffer with postpartum after they give birth to their baby. So that's a form of mental illness too. That's various forms of mental illness that goes unrecognized until you are diagnosed. We have a form of substance abuse problems. We have severe emotional crisis. We have major depression. There's bipolar and there's schizophrenia and several others, but I'm just speaking on those because those are the ones that's more prevalent and diagnosed, among our people. So
Right. So so we go on the website and sign up for it. So what are going to be involved with the 5K?
Okay. Now, with the 5K, we're going to expect them to come. We have T-shirts. We're going to have water and other things, nutritions for hydration, because we don't want anything to happen to anyone while they're walking with us. Mm-hmm. I have spoke to the police chief, Earl White, and he is going to be supplying a truck, a fire truck, and that the firemen are trained in first aid and and CPR. So I'm not worried about that. If something was to happen, God forbid, we would always be able to call 911, which they are a part of. We're going to have of course, our Beaumont Police Department. I talked to Sergeant Cody Guidry. He's going to be in attendance. I've reached out to several of the city councilmen and city councilmen at large, and I've also reached out to the secretary for the mayor. So, I'm just excited about this walk, Ms. Deborah, because it's our second one, and I'm looking forward to it for it to grow. If there's anyone else that wishes to come and want to partner with me, become sponsors, what have you, it's open, because all funds that we raise will go towards mental health awareness.
So I saw the flyer where it says $10 registration. If that's what it costs, $10 to register, if it does, what all do you get with it?
Okay, for $10 to register, you will be receiving something at the end of your walk. Okay, every walker will receive something, a token at the end of their walk. Also, our first, second, and our third place prize winners will receive a trophy. Mm-hmm. So yes, ma'am. So you will be greatly appreciated. Yes, and we have sponsors too. Well, when I mean sponsors, we have people that have literally went on and signed up to walk, but put their name down as a sponsor so they can sponsor someone that wants to walk. Because you can just come and walk if you want to walk. That's fine. I have no problem. But if you're gonna be sponsored, if I have a sponsor, slot for you all that's sponsored, or for someone that didn't pay or what have you, because I realize nowadays $10 is a lot. We're in inflation, and I realize that. Look at gas. The price of food is going up. So for anyone that says, oh, that's a lot to come to a walk, no, you don't even have to pay. Just come and walk. Your presence alone will speak volumes. Okay. And we do have t-shirts. I'm going to offer free t-shirts to the first 25 walkers or runners that arrive.
Okay. And you said it's on Phelan. I know that if you go to the Phelan side of the Bike and Hike, there's, as far as parking, there is, parking is limited. But if you go on the Dishman side, there's a lot of parking. So what side should they park? What should people park on?
Okay, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to have a showmobile out there. So wherever you see the showmobile, if there's parking there, you can park. So you can go on the side. To me, it really doesn't matter. But if you go on Dishman side, so you can have adequate amount to park or what have you. But I will have a showmobile out there with flags and backdrops and stuff like that for them to come and take pictures. And we will be having speakers and a keynote speaker.
So who is your keynote speaker? Or is it
Beverly Hatcher. Miss Beverly Hatcher.
Okay. Yes, okay. So I know that if you go, I'm just thinking, because I used to walk out there. And if you go on the Phelan side, there's that area where you walk is different from the area where you walk on the Dishman side.
Yes, so ma'am.
Are we gonna meet up together and then split out, or how does it go?
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna meet up
where would the truck be?
We're gonna meet together, and then we're gonna sit up. Miss Deborah, you remember when we did our first Alzheimer's walk? We went out there and we walked. We did our first Alzheimer's walk. Our group. Remember, it was some years ago, and they had the flower garden out there and everything. Okay, well, we're gonna meet up there. And when we meet up there, then we're going to do our walk.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am. Because it's a little over 3 miles. So that 5K is just a little over 3 miles, and that's rightfully so. So that's what we're going to walk. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So have you just answered a question for me, but have you participated in any walks?
Yes, ma'am. I'm an avid walker with the breast cancer awareness walk that we do in October. I was there. I've been doing it now. Oh, Lord. I want to say it's about 7 years or so. And the American Breast Cancer Walk, also the Alzheimer's walk. So just about all the walks they've had here, I've walked. Yes, ma'am. Altogether, I think I have about 9 medals.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what made you bring this to Beaumont?
Well, like I said, mental health is something that people don't talk about a lot. And it's something that's dear to me too, because it's in every family. Someone knows someone that's had a breakdown or experienced a crisis in their family. And with us being in a post-pandemic state, I feel like right now is the most prevalent time for us to bring awareness to mental health. I'm sorry, for the walk, because our children need to know that someone is there for them. We are just so blessed to have each other. Like, I'm blessed to have you, Miss Deborah. I met you exercising. So agility for the mind is good for everyone, to movement. Some of our children don't get a chance to be able to be around people that understand them, okay, and like-minded in a group. The pandemic, when they quarantine, it really took a toll and set them back with their actual developmental stages, such as I can talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the students some of them were not, all of their needs were not supplied at the time, like we would do if they were in school and understanding what they need to learn at that time. And not just that, but nourishment and everything that goes along with the needs of a child. You don't know what they were going through when they were all, at home. And then we brought them to a virtual learning. So now we're back in school, and you can see to whereas it can take a toll on what they learned or didn't learn while they were not present in the classroom or in that setting to be able to be social with their peers while they learn. And it took a toll on some of the parents too. Some of the a lot of people lost people. They lost people to this pandemic, and that's a loss of life. And then so many lives were lost. It really, you a lot of them, you mourn and then you have to mourn again. So we need to really look after one another and let everyone know that we care. So with this walk, we can raise awareness that it's okay to feel like you're not well. It's okay to tell someone that you're not well, and then get the help that you need. Even if it's just to go and talk to someone to let them know what's going on with you, and then be reassured that you're going to be okay and you're going to make it, because you're not the only one that's been through that. And they can see success stories. So that's what I'm hoping to bring to the area, to let people see that it's not just the end just because you have a crisis. You can get help and live a successful life and go on and help others.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people didn't know about the walk. So how is it that you can get this out to other people?
Well, I would love for them to reach out to me,
Mm-hmm.
those who know me, and get the word by word of mouth. I also like for the local news stations to air it if they can, see this on
Right.
social media, to let them see, that, hey, I'm not just the lady that ran for state office, but I also care about this community. And that's why I'm having this walk. And this is my second annual walk. It's not that to say that, I haven't done this before. So with that being said, I would like for anybody that knows someone that want to just come out and be with us, just to be a part of it, just to come. Like I said, local media, news media, the radio stations, and more prevalent now, your podcast, Miss Deborah, the podcast, because social media can, bring so much to individuals that watch it. Because there's some people that don't even watch the local news. They get their
Right.
news, strictly online. So if someone can just share this and make people aware that there is a organization or group in our community that does do sponsor such events as this. So I'm not the only one too that talks on mental health. We have others that have I've been in contact with in the area that have mental health organizations and of Southeast Texas. And I think there's a president, her name is Vernice Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to get with them once the walk is over and talk to them and see if we can, maybe, collaborate on something. But right now, like I said, if there's others that like to reach out to me, we can, sponsor this together, because this is nothing that I can basically say, it's all me, because I'm a servant leader. I
Mhm.
like to serve others, and that's why I'm doing this 5K.
Right. When you called me last week, I had no idea about the walk itself, but I'm all for it because I'm always telling people, if someone sit there and say, I need to talk to you, or want need your attention, you need to stop that right then, because you never know what that person is going through, you know. So
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
if you ever need me for anything, you know, I'm here for you. You know, if time permits, and you know, I'm not into anything
Yes,
else, but
ma'am.
I'm always there for you. You know, you know, you've always been my girl, Lisa. You've always been my girl. So I will be there. And
Yes, ma'am. And let me tell you something. And there's so many people in the community that does a lot of good for our community, Miss Deborah. You know, it's just that right now, with this being May, we need to bring attention to, you know, what is really, hurting, not being able to understand how some people can't conform to being law abiding sometimes, because sometimes mental illness will have you to whereas you are doing stuff that you normally wouldn't do. Say for instance, it was on social media the other night, and I'm not going to say any names, but the young man cut grass for someone, and then they turned around and took the lawnmower. Miss Deborah, anybody in their right mind is not going to cut your grass and then come around and just steal your lawnmower. That is a mental issue, Miss Deborah. I
right,
mean, what are you
right,
going to do with the lawnmower after you cut someone's grass? But then you can look at it too as a criminal act because it was. But that's something that if you know that person in the neighborhood, you could have went to their house and got it back, Miss Deborah. You understand what I'm saying? Or go wherever you know they hang out at and go and get it. But it's so much going on right now in the community with the crime rate till you can't decipher sometimes what's a mental act compared to an actual criminal act. And so it's being grouped all together sometimes. But yes, ma'am.
right, right.
And that's why I am having this walk. So you can, we can get that type of mental illnesses. And with that being said, Miss Deborah, right now we can all use a good walk.
Oh,
And
yes,
for
ma'am.
those of us that
Yes, ma'am.
that want to get out and come and walk with us, come on and walk with us so we can be able to just raise awareness for mental health uh, matters.
Right, right. Now tell us about the walk again, and the time and the place again.
Okay, the walk is being sponsored by the CRCD group. That's the Community Revitalization Coalition Development Group. And we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization, which means that all of our funding that we get or what we make, it goes to help out in the community. Now, the walk is going to begin tomorrow morning at the Gulf Terrace Hike and Bike located off of Phelan Boulevard here in Beaumont, Texas. And it's going to be very, very, let's see, very, very good for you to come out and exercise. You don't have to run, but for my runners, please come and run. For my walkers that just want to come take a stroll with us, come and take a stroll with us. For our speed walkers, come and do the same. Bring your children. Bring their strollers. Some of you have animals. Bring your animals, but make sure that they're on a leash, okay? And they're not violent, because I've seen animals walking before too with their owners. However, come and bring whomever that needs to come and be a part of this event.
Make sure you bring them animals at 9 o'clock, because
Oh,
we start at 8.
I apologize, Miss Deborah. Miss Deborah, I apologize. It's not tomorrow. I'm thinking it's
Yeah,
Friday because see,
yeah.
tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh,
Tomorrow is my birthday.
happy
It's
birthday.
Saturday. I apologize. Thank you all. The event is Saturday morning, the 14th at 8 o'clock a.m. And we will have guest speakers and a keynote speaker. Now, yes, ma'am. So, what I like to do every year for my birthday, Miss Deborah, is to give back to the community. I always like to find something that I can do that can be an impact in the community. Last year, it was with the food bank.
Right.
At my church. I was blessed to help organize a food bank giveaway. So on my birthday last year, that's what I was doing. So this year, even though tomorrow I'll have to work, Saturday will be my big day. Okay, Saturday morning will be my big day. And I'm asking all the students to get your parents out. You know, this is something you all can do together as a family. Come on to this hike and bike and let's walk. I mean, and if you don't have the $10, hey, that's fine. Just show your presence.
Right. I'm excited. So I did spread the word. I did throw it out to a lot of my friends to let them know that this is going on, and to let's be there for her. You know, because it's good. And you know, mental health is prevalent here, and not just here, just everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not, you know, mental health could be a lot. They could be PTSD. You know, yeah. So we just need to not so much know who's involved, but to be there for the people who does have that, you know.
Yes, ma'am. And you're so right, because with our veterans suffering with PTSD, their families that help take care of them, sometimes, Miss Deborah, majority of the times the family end up, you know, with a bout of PTSD too, because they're trying their best to be able to take care of their loved ones. And nobody, you know, but nobody wants to see anyone go through something, you know, hurting, because you hurt too along with them.
Exactly.
And with that being said, Miss Deborah, I'm looking forward to this too. I'm very excited about this walk for this area, because we need this. Right. We need to bring awareness to let everybody know that we care about this community. So what is a better way to care about this community than to care about your mental state?
Right. Oh, well, the clock on the wall says we have to get out of here. I put it for a 30-minute segment, and so don't forget that the walk would be Saturday at 8 o'clock at the Hike and Bike by Westbrook.
Yes,
not the one on Folsom, the one by Westbrook. And so she stated that you could go on either side, right?
Yes, ma'am.
On either
but
side.
I prefer you to meet up on the side where we are, so we can all walk together. It's fine if you crisscross the walking, but we're still going to have to get where we need to be to make that walk. Right. And I want my walkers to all end up at one end so they can receive what I have for them.
Okay. I want to receive it. Trust me. I'm ready to get my gift. But to be on the true side, serious side, let's support Miss Lisa Weber and her 5K run walk. So, and the sponsored by, not sponsored, but intervening with the mental health group. So we're here. We got you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss Deborah. You know I love you. Thank you, Miss Deborah.
I love you as well. Have a good night, Lisa.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Smooches. Oh, Captain Wingate says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.